Oh, hello?
Hi.
Oh,
Hi there. I'm here. I'm here for the babysitting.
honey, the babysitter's here. Go warm up the car. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Come on in. Come on in.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Should I take my shoes off?
Yeah, go ahead. Take your shoes off.
right,
It
absolutely.
doesn't really matter. The place
okay.
is filthy. Look at the place.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for coming. Look, he's asleep downstairs right
Okay.
now. Let him take his little nap. There's dinner in the fridge. I've already preheated the oven. All
Perfect,
you got to
alright.
do is just
Sure.
pop it on in, hour and a half.
Yeah.
Look, there's a bottle in the fridge for him too.
Okay.
And my phone number is on the door.
Okay. Anything I need to know about the little guy?
No, just you two have fun. Probably right after his bottle, he'll go down.
Sure.
And just let him sleep through the night.
Okay.
And he'll be fine. We won't be too late. We'll be home. A little bit after midnight. Okay,
Oh.
honey, I'm coming. All right, now you be safe.
Okay.
And last thing,
Yes.
no friends. Okay, I don't want his little friends
No,
coming over.
don't worry. Oh, his little friends?
I don't want his little friends. No friends of yours either.
Yeah,
okay?
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I don't want your little girlfriend coming in here.
Yeah, don't.
No, none of
don't,
that.
I don't have one. It's okay.
You don't have a girlfriend? We
No.
gotta get you a girlfriend.
Okay.
We'll get you.
Thank
All right,
you.
well, you two be safe now. Okay, I gotta go.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Let me go down and see how the little guy's doing.
Hey, man, who are you?
Who are you? I'm here to babysit.
Yeah, it's me, Brian.
You're Brian.
Yeah, who are you? You're the babysitter?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. What do you want to do?
I was expecting you to be a little younger.
You're not so young yourself, man.
No, I'm the babysitter. I'm a little confused. I thought you'd be like 5 years old.
Hey, you got any pot on you?
No. What do you think this is?
Nah.
Hey, Brian. What's up, dude?
Who are you?
Hey, I'm Chad.
Hey, Chad.
Yo, what's up, Brian?
Wait, hold on.
Yo, I brought my controller.
Oh, hell yeah. I broke mine.
Let's freaking play some Xbox, dude.
Yeah, man.
Halo, hell yeah.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
you like playing
Hey,
Halo?
do you like playing Halo?
Halo Infinite?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
play, dude.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
Hey, this week on Don't Wake Daddy, we're playing The Babysitters Club. Welcome to Don't Wait Daddy, a podcast where 330-somethings play nostalgic children's board games. I'm Joe Rodriguez.
I'm Scott Eikenberry.
And I'm Marino Alajakis.
What's up, boy?
Hey.
What it do?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. Just vibing.
Just vibing.
Caught a vibe,
Recording a pod.
Recording a pod, as I say.
Recording
Yeah.
the po- Hey, what episode number is this?
Oh, we haven't talked about that in a while, huh?
27.
We haven't done it in like 20 episodes.
Yeah.
20.
Almost
But
a half a year. I feel
wow,
like,
that's
almost.
crazy because we started in May.
We've been doing this. We didn't start in May. We started in
June?
like June or July.
Well, I think we started texting about this in May and like doing
Okay.
like the
Yeah.
stuff. Dude, we might have recorded the very first Mousetrap episode in May.
That's,
I had just
Could be,
recently
yeah.
moved to Waukegan.
could be.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we really? Hold on. Is this really half a year? Are we 6 months into this pod then?
I think so.
I think, dude,
That's
bro, we started in June, but I think we did all the talks.
We're gonna
talking
look it
about
up.
it.
we should probably know this stuff.
Man, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but we can look it up slowly. Whatever, it doesn't
But,
matter. Maybe by the end of the episode, we'll have the answer for you listeners.
maybe. But we're halfway through December.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, halfway through December.
Yeah.
Wow. It's
What-
been kind of a fun month.
It's been
so
a fun
far.
month. We played what was Girl Talk and then Mall
Yes.
Madness, both bangers. I gotta
Wow.
say,
Wow,
great games,
great
Real
games,
fun.
dude.
fun games.
If only this week was.
I mean,
just
Mall
as
Madness
good.
was good.
Mall Madness was great.
Mall
Girl
Madness
Talk
was
was
good.
fun.
Yeah.
I think maybe they will all be fun. Maybe not. Who knows? Who's
Yeah.
to say?
There's no way of knowing if they're all going to be fun until we play them.
Until we play.
Yeah,
Who
until
knows?
until we tell
And
you.
we're kind of doing a service for the listeners because, like, some of these games you may want to play them. And we'll let you know if they're worth playing or not.
Yeah, like this, the one we played this week. It might be worth
It might be good.
But you know
Good.
what, guys?
Yeah. What's up, Scott?
I kind of want to talk about Spider-Man's.
Oh,
Dude, yes.
the Spider-Man.
Yeah. Notice how I pluralized Spider-Man's.
Oh, you did say
There
Spider.
could be so many of them.
Okay.
There definitely could be. I think the day this episode comes out, like 2 days later, Spider-Man comes out.
Yeah,
think so.
If you're listening to this,
Was it No Way Home? Is that what it's called?
Is that something home.
No Way Home. Yeah,
No Way
yeah.
Home. No Way
They all
Home.
have-
Yeah. I am really excited about this one.
Yeah.
We managed to get tickets, surprisingly, which is crazy because they're going for like 10, 20 grand on eBay, which is insane.
That's ridiculous.
It's fucking wild.
That's got to be for some like amazing theater or something.
No, it's just like open, like people, like
we're not going opening night either.
Fuckers, no, but we're going like the Friday or Saturday after. But fuckers just like scalp that shit and are selling it for opening night. But I said this in a text thread, but like I went on the AMC app at like 1, 2 in the morning. I can't remember. Like
on the day
on the day,
sailing.
And I went onto the app. I went on to Vernon because I was just curious. I wasn't about to pull the trigger because I was going to ask you guys first, but I was just curious. And I went on the theater and it said there was like a queue, like an hour plus wait time.
Oh my goodness.
Like I was like logging into WoW and the servers were overloaded. I couldn't do anything. I was like,
crazy.
This is insane.
Wow. Yeah.
But so I'm excited.
People are excited about. I mean, I think it's a thing. I think I don't know. I know. Like as a group, I think Spider-Man is just the man. I don't know. I love Spider-Man.
My favorite.
He's my favorite.
He's
my favorite.
I don't know he's Joe's favorite. Yeah, he's my favorite. It's my default. Who the fuck is better than Spider-Man? And like,
nobody.
People who say Superman's
lame.
so fucking whack.
I can understand an argument for Batman, but but
I feel like Spider-Man is most relatable because like I think I was talking to Brett about it earlier today, and he said he saw an interview with Stan Lee. And Stan Lee was like, the best accident that ever happened for Spider-Man is that we gave him a head-to-toe costume. Because everybody can envision themselves being in that costume.
Yeah.
Because there's no, like, you can't tell if it's, like, what the person inside the costume looks like. So everybody can kind of picture themselves being in that costume. And that's absolutely right. Plus, it's like he's a teenager,
right?
Going through teenager
stuff. He's got
stuff.
trials and tribulations, man.
Yeah. And that's the average comic book fan too. So they just fucking nailed it back then.
I'm currently going through all the old Marvel comics right now.
Yeah.
He's like he's trying to fight crime, but Aunt May is sick and he needs to pay for her medication. But he can't. He's got to like.
Dude, that's in that OG run. That's in the OG.
It is in the OG run. Yeah,
OG run.
I'm in like the Master
60s,
Planner.
Right?
Yeah, in the 60s.
We're talking.
Did he fight that robot yet?
He did fight the robot. I read he fought like a robot. He bought at a gymnasium. He fought this robot that had J. Jonah Jameson's head on it. Like J. Jonah Jameson like built a robot, or like an inventor built a robot, and then J. Jonah Jameson like controlled the robot and had his face on it. It was pretty funny.
That's great.
Did he beat that? Did he fucking punch that?
He
dude?
fucking
punched that boy Flash.
Did
though?
he punch it and then like the head came up, kind of like Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
When I was reading the original run, when there's just that episode where like Flash is like, we're going to fucking fight, boy. Me and you, Peter Parker, we're going to fight. And he's like, bet, Flash, you don't know about my fucking powers. But he's like, has to hold back because he obviously can't Spider-Man punch the shit out of him.
Kill him.
And yeah, he'll kill him. And they say that like numerous times. They're like, if he'll punch him with all his might, he'll kill him. Like, it's like in the comics, I mean, Stan Lee's a wild man. But like, it's just like him holding back punches and still just beating the shit out of Flash is so good.
It's good.
Dude, that's great.
It's so good.
Yeah, man, I've just been voraciously consuming Spider-Man content. Like,
I'm
just watching a bunch of stuff kind of about the run of like the multiverse, or the Spider-Verse comic series.
Yes.
I read that like a bunch of years ago. Absolutely wild. Spider-Man, like Spider-Verse stuff. I mean, if you've seen like Into the Spider-Verse, you know that there's like bunch of spider guys out.
It is crazy because they pulled all these different continuities and universes together in this entire series, which is wild.
Dude, and it's like there's so many different universes, and like they have to, every time a new Spider-Man shows up on a comic panel, they have to be like, he's from Earth 314 and like this is noir Spider-Man from Earth like 6, or like they have to give like these intros, and there's hundreds of Spider-Man throughout. It's really fun, and like, dude, that's some of the most exciting comic stuff that I've ever read. I mean, I didn't read a lot of comics, to be honest, but this stuff was like, I got really into the Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse stuff. Super cool. So I'm really excited. Also, I just like Tom Holland. I feel like Tom Holland
is good.
Is a great Spider-Man. I think
he's a
really
good. He's a good Spider-Man. I was actually listening to a podcast, but it was a podcast I think Marino listened to as well. It was about Spider-Man comics, and this episode was a few years old. But the two hosts were saying, the Hines brothers, they were saying that Tom Holland Spider-Man is more closely resembles Miles Morales in the comics than Peter Parker.
Right, because I think I may have shared this. I obviously listen to that podcast too, but fucking what's his friend's name? The big dude, the big dude with
Ned.
who dropped the death. Ned. Ned is actually a Miles Morales friend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
He's a Miles Morales, or he's part of that Spider-Man's character. So yeah, it's kind of like which is wild. They probably should have just made him black from the get and had him be Miles Morales, so we can get Miles Morales in like live action. That would have been super fucking cool. But
Tom Holland's cool as hell, man. Peter Parker's not cool.
Yeah.
Like Tom Holland's a baller, dude. He's got friends. I mean, he gets picked on by Flash Thompson, who's kind of goofy, but like he's got friends at least. He's like a handsome dude. He's he's traditionally handsome. He's he's.
See, and that's why a lot of people didn't like Andrew Garfield, because he was just like kind of.
It's too goofy.
Tobey Maguire was like, they made him look super goofy, and they had him play this super goofy guy. And he was Peter Parker, and then Andrew Garfield obviously was awkward, I think, but that's as far as it went. He was just kind of awkward and like didn't know how to talk to Gwen Stacy for a little bit, but then he was. Andrew Garfield's a hunk.
He's a hunk.
They all ended up being hunks.
They're all hunks.
Speaking of those movies, though, Danielle just recently ordered all of them. There's like a box set of every Spider-Man movie.
Oh, yeah? Was it one collection?
It's the 3 Tobey Maguires and then the 2 Andrew Garfields. Nice. We would just want to watch them all before this movie, kind of, because obviously, they're going to be in it. I know Tobey Maguire should be in
Presumably.
it.
We don't know.
We don't know. But,
I mean,
they're saying Tobey Maguire for sure. I haven't heard much about Andrew Garfield.
Anybody know who else is going to be in this one? Like we can make some predictions.
Yeah, I think Guy Fieri. I heard Guy Fieri is going to be in there.
Yeah, because he's
is he going to be Kraven the Hunter?
No, he's the mayor of Flavortown.
Yeah,
okay.
But he's from like one Spider-Verse where it's just Spider-Man and then everybody else is Guy Fieri.
Yes, it's
it's
an
a
entire
Guy
world of
Fieri-verse.
Guy Fieris. Yeah, I mean Spider-Man himself is Guy Fieri in that universe.
Right.
Yeah,
And Doc Ock
Spider
is
Guy.
Doc Ock is Doc Croc. Doesn't Guy Fieri wear Crocs?
no, Doc Ock is he would be Doc
Cheeseburger.
No, I can't even think of the thing right now. The yummy delicious squid. Calamari.
Oh, calamari.
Because of cooking,
So he's Dr. Calamari.
Dr. Calamari. Right? I think so.
That's good. Yeah, Guy Fieri's in it. Guy Fieri, I think he's probably.
He's got to be in it. Probably Judge Judy too.
Judy.
Okay, chill out, bro.
I think
Dude,
Judge
Joe's
Judy-
getting too close with the spoilers right now.
I'm sorry, I don't want to.
We famously are a Marvel spoiler podcast.
We have accidentally spoiled
Marino, who do you
stuff.
think is going to be in Spider-Man?
Who do I think is going to be in this one?
Yeah, I mean, because obviously they're like pulling from everything.
Yeah, if they're pulling from everything, I think they'll probably pull from Fortnite. We'll get The Rock.
Okay.
You think we're gonna get The Rock?
I think
we're probably gonna get. We're gonna get LeBron James, man.
LeBron.
I think so.
And then
That's too real. He probably is.
I think they might get Michael Jordan in it.
That's what I
think
heard.
Michael Jordan's coming in.
I heard. I just saw some rumors that they are talking to a former Bulls player.
Yeah.
Who was number 23 and did star in Space Jam. They didn't say who though.
And you know what he's going to be is Spider Slam.
Spider Slam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider Slam.
No, that would be a good game if it was like
Spider-Man basketball?
well,
Superhero
just superhero basketball. That'd be
They
dope.
need to
as
make
hell.
superhero sports.
gosh,
I mean,
dude, that would be-
That'd be so sick.
this might be super specific. I don't know if you guys ever played these games. I don't know, because I don't know. You guys weren't big sports
What games?
games. But like
Backyard baseball.
Like the NBA. Those are actually super. But like
NBA Blitz?
the NBA NFL Blitz, NBA Street.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there was
dude, I
a
would
soccer
play-
one. There was a soccer one. I can't remember what it was called.
yeah,
Might have just been FIFA Street or something.
It was NBA Ballers and FIFA Street.
NBA Ballers is different. There was also NBA.
Street? Really?
It was NBA Street. Well, there were streets for both, but.
Yes.
But there was always like crazy shit you could do. Like I know in NFL Blitz, like you could do backflips while you're catching the ball. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's superhero stuff. Imagine if you're throwing it to fucking T'Challa.
Wow.
Throw it to T'Challa, Spider-Man like swinging up and doing a dunk. Mr. Fantastic, Michael Jordan did the Mr. Fantastic thing where he stretched his arm.
Yeah.
That's directly from it. Hawkeye would shoot at the net,
Yeah.
be Jeremy Renner.
Have you guys watched the new show? I haven't watched any
I
of it.
have not watched
What?
Of the Hawkeye
No, I
series.
haven't.
It does not interest me at all. I hear it's not bad.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it too, but I need to muster the motivation. And right now,
Yeah.
man,
Like,
I got
so-
so much going
there's like a
on
girl
right
Hawkeye?
now. There's a girl, Haley Steinfeld. Oh, speaking of which, I'm like the world's biggest League of Legends hater.
Hater.
I don't like League of Legends all that much.
He's on. He's
I mean,
on
I've-
record.
I've played League of Legends before.
Get at him, everyone.
But there's a show on Netflix called Arcane. Everyone should watch it.
Yeah.
It's a good ass show.
oh,
What's
I
it
like
about?
it.
I mean, it's about League of Legends, but you don't need to know anything about League of Legends at all. to
And Haley
watch it.
Steinfeld's in it. Is that why
Haley,
you brought
that's
it?
why I brought it up. She's the main character, but it's a
Wow.
good ass show. Like it's really good. Y'all should watch it.
It's about like gamer
Listeners?
culture.
It's about gamer culture. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love that.
No,
it's a
about-
fictional.
It's a fiction. It's in the
League of
world
Legends
in the
universe.
The League of Legends verse.
Oh, I thought it was like Haley Steinfeld was like professional League of
No,
Legends player.
she's the main character in the show. In the
Oh, okay.
It's a cartoon, but it's really good. The animation reminds me of Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
Actually,
cool.
Oh, it's that like kind of like
it's kind of like
drawn in like weird
like
lines.
3D drawn stuff.
Animation
But
in that movie is so good.
you know,
I kind of want to bring it back to talking about Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Because like, I think it was it. Dang, like last week there was an interview with Tom Holland and he was talking about like just random things. It might have been like a GQ interview or something like
Sure.
that. But he was talking about he's a big Tottenham fan. Actually, Tom Holland.
Oh, really?
Is a Tottenham fan in real life, and like I'm a big Tottenham fan.
is this soccer stuff?
Soccer
Okay, I was
stuff,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
But yeah, he's a big Tottenham fan, and he and like this week, Heung-min Son, he's a Tottenham player. He scored a goal, and he did a Spider-Man celebration
Oh, hell
into
yeah.
the camera, and then like right afterwards, like Tom Holland and Heung-min Son met up and just kind of like hung out for a little bit,
That's dope.
and it was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, like, who knew that Tom Holland, his favorite soccer club was Tottenham Hotspurs?
Yeah. I mean,
So-
I wouldn't have known that.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, you know
It's
what?
a good. I mean, it's a pretty good club.
It's a good club.
That sounds like a pretty good club. Speaking of clubs, well, also Tom Holland, he's like 20 something, but Spider-Man in the current continuity in the MCU, he's a child. He's a babe. He's a youngling.
He's a little. You know what? Might have to. I bet if his mom,
Dead.
If his dead, Scott, famously
Tom
dead.
Holland's mom is dead.
Oh, but Peter Parker.
Oh, Peter Parker's mom is dead. Yeah. Ooh.
If Aunt May
you know
wanted to
what?
go out for the night,
They would need.
she starts dating Happy.
Happy Hogan. She might need to pick up the phone and call a babysitter.
A babysitter.
A babysitter?
Hey,
Hey,
this week we played the Babysitters Club board game.
we sure did.
Yay! The Babysitters Board
The
Claim
Babysitters
Club.
Club game.
Yeah, the Babysitters Club game.
Game.
It's about the books or
Tell
the
us-
TV show.
tell us the
Let me tell
history,
you guys
Scott.
about a little
Please.
bit about just this game.
Just this game.
Not actually, no. There's really nothing to tell about the board game. You can't talk about the board game without talking about the books.
Okay,
Yep.
let us catch
Huge-
us up, Scott.
Huge book series that started in 1989, and they were Scholastic. It's a Scholastic book series. There were over. Guess how many main stories
150.
there are?
I was going to say 150, but that,
Really?
I was
you guys
gonna
are really close.
what is it?
Honey 49.
130. Over
That's a
130.
lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
131 like main stories, and there are a bunch of like offshoots
Oh, really?
and side stories and like fictional biographies of all the characters.
Weird.
Yeah, just really weird, but they were like hitting it hard. And basically the premise of the game is like these middle school age, like 11, 12, 13-year-old girls are in the suburbs of a nice town in Connecticut, and they start a club for babysitting
Yeah.
in the neighborhood.
It's kind of. I don't know. Is it like entrepreneurial? Like they're like
It is,
people are going
yeah.
to call our club if they need a babysitter.
It is very like, at least the vibe that I was getting was it's very organized.
That's interesting.
Like very organized, very thorough. Like the whole neighborhood, if you need a babysitter, you call the
The
Babysitters
Babysitters
Club.
Club. You know what? I don't mean to interrupt
good for them.
or change the subject
Please do,
altogether,
no.
but that kind of reminds me of the Mystery Club, the Mystery Machine folks. They're teenagers themselves, right?
Oh yeah,
And
Sure.
they run a
did
business
they in the suburb?
in the suburbs, but I mean, like they're solving mysteries and shit. They're
Was
teenagers.
it a business? Did people say like, "Hey, you need to go"?
Sometimes.
I think that they do like they are contracted out. I think like
Really?
canonically,
But
they,
sometimes it was like they were like driving past a haunted amusement park. Like, what are you doing here, Mystery Machine people?
But I mean, they got the thing on the logo on their van. Like
Yeah.
they're trying
Yeah.
to drum a
You
business.
think they were doing a business?
I think it
out
was
of
a
the
business,
Mystery
right?
Machine? I don't know if it was a business.
I don't know enough about this.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I don't know
Listeners, let
about
us know
that.
if the Mystery Machine.
You're gonna have to Google that while I'm telling you more about the Babysitters
okay.
Club game.
Scott, tell us more.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a novel series and published from it was 1986. The board game is from 1989.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
The
okay.
novel series is from 1986 and it ran to about 2000.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I mean, that's not
that
recent.
makes sense.
They sold over 176 million copies.
Wow.
With over 130 entries. hugely popular book series. I mean, about adolescent, preteen girls, just kind of, drama. I mean, we're talking about boys. We're talking about getting your ears pierced. We're talking about writing hearts, dotting your eyes with hearts.
Yeah,
we're talking about being a tomboy.
Okay.
We're talking about oversized shirts, dyeing your hair blonde. And just other like 11-year-old girl stuff that you might be doing.
Yeah.
From the 90s. I mean, I don't think we'd really call anybody a tomboy anymore.
Nowadays?
Is that not a term anymore?
Yeah, I don't know. But
hey, don't tell the PC police, am I right?
Dude, what the hell?
It was also a TV show.
The Mac police.
It was also a TV show in the 90s that ran for a few seasons.
Yes.
And it's actually just got a reboot on Netflix last year.
For real?
Is that for real?
There is
No
a
way.
2020 The Babysitter's Club
We
series
keep hitting the
on
zeitgeist without
Netflix.
realizing
That's
it.
wild.
We
Yeah.
just keep like doing that.
That's insane. Oh,
So-
for real?
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
Weird.
It's on Netflix. I don't know if it. I'm sure there's like one season. I don't know if it got picked up for a second.
I'm not going to watch it, but that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's out there. It's cool. There was also a graphic novel run in 2006.
No way.
Whoa.
Talking about comics.
Yeah, speaking of comics.
Yeah.
Dude, there were so many like spin-off books. Obviously, this board game and another board game that was called the Babysitter's Club Mystery Game.
Oh, ooh.
Wow.
That was more of like a
Scooby-Doo, probably.
more of like a mystery machine.
This is all. I mean, whatever. I'm just going to speak real quick.
Yeah.
I've heard of the Babysitter's Club, obviously, but this is crazy, and I feel like I might have known it was so big.
Yeah.
I was obviously hanging out in the children's fiction section of like a bookstore or a library, so I've seen these books before, and I knew that it was a thing. But like finding out that it was this big is kind of crazy to me. Like it was so big.
It was huge. And it was specific, Scholastic. I feel like this is probably one of the biggest, besides like Goosebumps. This is probably one of the biggest like Scholastic jams.
Sure.
Do you
Yeah.
guys
I believe
remember- You guys remember the Scholastic Fair?
Scholastic Book Fairs?
Are you being funny?
Are you, Scott?
Are you being funny, Scott? On our nostalgia podcast?
Yes. Okay. Tell me about your
Dude, of course you're going there. You're buying the big old bendy pencil. That,
Hell yeah.
You whip around, you hit your friends with
The
it.
world's biggest fucking eraser that's like the size of your head.
The friggin' spy gadget. Like,
But are we buying books?
no.
Hell no.
Hell no. We're
Oh,
buying
wow.
toys, dude.
You guys actually bought stuff? There was one thing that I bought ever
the Bible?
from a Scholastic. No, you don't get that. Scholastic is a Scholastic version of the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My baby's first Bible.
No, I remember literally the only thing, like every time the Scholastic Fair came, I would always get super excited with that little magazine, and you can
Yeah.
like check things
Yes,
and
little-
then tally up how much
And it
you
was
owe.
so thin that you would like accidentally
dude.
like tear it when you were
Yeah, if
erasing
you're trying
shit.
to
You
erase-
put it in your backpack to take it home. You get it home. You're like, why the fuck? This thing
It's
got
absolutely
shredded.
crumbled. But no, I would bring that home, and I remember like taking it to my parents, like, "Oh, Mom, Dad, look at this! This is super cool!" Like Goosebumps books.
Yeah.
First of all, Goosebumps completely not allowed in my
Sure,
house.
Really?
I believe that.
I mean, I believe that, but damn, that
Damn,
kind
you
of.
missed out on so much, dude.
Too scary.
That's kind of scary. You know what? That's probably for the best, though. It is
Night
kind
of
of
the Living
scary.
Dummy?
That's
I'm
kind of scary.
thankful for
Slappy?
my mom.
Night
to
of the
not-
Living Dummy 2?
I'd never read it.
Slappy's Nightmare?
Never read it.
Dude, that man's scary, dude.
But I remember the only thing that I bought from the Scholastic Book Fair was just like a journal that had Garfield on it. Just like a blank journal. It was probably
Mondays,
like
am I
5
right?
euros. Yes.
Did you write that on the first
Lasagna.
page? Mondays.
yeah.
Dude, like getting when you
Did
obviously
you buy a lot of stuff at the
well,
Scholastic Book
there's
Fair?
two different book fairs. Obviously, there's the thing, the take home. You show
Yeah.
you circle everything you want. You show your parents. You're like,
Right.
you're getting one thing, two things. All right, fuck.
But
I
then they
guess.
would
and then
come.
and then when like somebody would like knock on the door or something, and the teacher would
Dude.
like get a box and then pull out all these piles of books in like the shrink wrap or whatever. Dude, most exciting day ever.
Dude, wait. At Cook Magnet, it was different. It was bigger at
Well, I was
Cook.
gonna say there's two things. There's two things.
Oh,
There's
okay.
that's the take home.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
But then
right.
there's the thing where it's in the library. You walk in there,
Oh, yeah.
and then they got all the shelves like that. So those are both the Scholastic book. Well, that's the book fair. I don't know what the fuck that
One
thing
was the Scholastic Book Fair. That's obviously in the library. The other one is just the Scholastic
book ordering
book
shit,
ordering
Yeah.
shit.
which
book
is
order.
fun too. I think that's
No,
what we were talking about. But
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got anything from the book ordering shit. A couple times maybe. But I specifically remember in middle school,
Jefferson,
at Jefferson, now John Lewis. But I remember I remember and nobody. I feel like I remember you getting stuff, Joe.
I probably did.
And I just remember how exciting that was. I probably did get stuff, but like for the teacher to pull it out and be like, Joseph, here's your 3 books. Marino, here's your 2 books.
But that's different. That's the ordering thing. But
Yeah,
when you're
but
in the
that's
book fair,
exciting.
you go, you do it, and you take it to the. I don't know. I think they had a rep
cashier or
there, or the
whatever,
cashier there.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Like all the books are like very shiny and glossy. You kind of look at them, and you're like, "This is cool."
I would always get so sad when the people would come to give the bundles of books to people because I knew I was never getting anything, and it
Sure.
would be like, like everybody was getting books. I just never got any books at this Scholastic Book Fair. It made me sad.
I hear that. But like the fair itself, I remember like you would know when it was coming. So I'd always be
Yes.
like, Dad, can I have like 5 books?
Yeah,
Give me 5 books, Dad.
I want to buy the new friggin' Animorphs book. Dad,
Dad, they're
please.
gonna have
The Babysitters Club.
Guardians of Gahul, please. I remember
Guardians
in
of
middle school,
Guardians
I
of
bought the
Gahul.
first Guardians of Gahul book
You
at
did.
the
I
book
remember
fair.
you reading that.
Dude, Guardians of Gahul is a fucking good ass series.
Really?
Because I remember in middle school, before the book fair came, they showed us a video of what's going to be at this book fair.
What?
Do you
my
remember that?
gosh,
I remember.
no.
And one of the books they
fuck?
showed on the screen was Guardians of Gahul,
Same
the
with that
Owls of
fancy
Gahul. I
school.
was like, this looks fucking lit as fuck, bro.
The Legends of the Owls of the Guardians of the
When did they
Gahul.
stop that? Obviously, in like they didn't do that in high school, right? That was like a
I
middle
remember.
school thing.
I
That's like
remember
an
it freshman
elementary
year.
school.
I remember it freshman year of high school.
The book fair?
Yes, I remember. Weirdly, they had it set up in that upstairs library at the freshman center.
Wow.
Dude, I don't even remember going to the
Wild.
library in the freshman center.
I
Was there a
don't think-
library in the freshman center?
Yes, it was upstairs. There was the one downstairs, but there was also like that upstairs weird.
Yeah.
I remember, and I only ever went in there for that one purpose, for the Scholastic Book Fair for some reason.
Wow.
And I was like, why are we doing this? We're fucking 15 years old. Like it felt very weird.
good.
There should be a Scholastic Book Fair for adults, right?
Yeah.
Hey, let's get this trending on TikTok.
Guys, I just want to go to a Scholastic Book Fair now.
Dude, how am I? Like,
Dude, walk into a school and go, bro. They
dude,
won't stop you.
Yeah, just
Don't
walk into
even-
a school, Scott.
Don't even friggin' get at me
Dude,
about the bookmobile.
If I
okay?
could,
I was about to bring that shit up. I was about
We
to bring
don't-
up
I don't
because
think
that
we
was
can-
that was more exciting than
Yes.
the fucking book fair when the
Dude.
fucking
that is, yeah.
catch me riding down the street in my big wheel, getting ready to scoop up some dope reads.
wait. You would catch it on like a random day.
No, I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
like, I'm just saying, like,
Oh,
catch me
okay.
on my big wheel.
Yeah,
like,
on
I'm
your big
going
wheel.
to the freaking
Yeah.
bookmobile, baby.
Because I just remember, yeah, they would bring it to school
In the parking lot.
in the parking lot, and then you'd get in that. Oh, dude, a fucking.
A fucking book.
And I don't know if this is something because this could have been just a Waukegan thing. I don't know.
Could have been. No, I think that was a thing. That was a. Well, I mean,
Maybe
I guess
the
we're all from
bookmobile is
Waukegan.
everywhere, but like, yeah, it's a thing for us, obviously.
Yeah,
but
Kathy
like,
said that she remembered the bookmobile.
okay,
Oh,
so
really?
maybe
Okay.
everyone
Hills.
remembers the bookmobile, but for people who don't, it was literally the library, our public library, would have a truck.
Like a trailer.
Big bus.
A bus.
It was like a bus, and the sides were like lined with bookshelves and
Yeah.
full of books that you could just rent there at school because they would just bring it if you had like a library card, and they would bring it to you instead of you having to go to the library. And I wasn't part of the Waukegan Public Library, so I never partook. But damn, that was exciting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I lived in the township, so I went to Warren.
Oh, word.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they say about library cards?
That,
Having fun isn't hard.
Having fun isn't hard.
Having fun is, in fact, very
Anyways.
easy.
Hey, yeah, we've gone on a whole tangent.
Sorry on that
Oh,
Scholastic
yeah.
tangent, but talking about Scholastic is fun. But
That's
let's
nice.
bring it back
To the
One
board
of the-
game.
One of the freaking books you could get in the Scholastic Book Fair was the Babysitter's Club.
That was one of them.
They were bangers, flying off the shelves.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep them on the shelves. And then they made a dumb board game.
Hey.
It was 1989. They also made another one called like the Mystery Game
Okay.
in like the later 90s and 96 or something like that. But
Sure.
we're talking about this one. So let me tell you guys a little bit about this game.
Would love to learn about this game.
So this is a bad game that they made about about this book series, and it has a track, and you move on the track, and then there's like depending on what color you land on, you draw from 4 decks, and each deck will it'll give you a question, a little like
A dare?
a dare to act out, or like trivia about the Babysitter's Club game, or just like a random you get points. You have to accumulate points in each of the 4 categories, or 3. You have to get 103 categories. And then once you do that, most points at the end of the game wins. And that's basically the basics. There are a
Yeah.
lot of like little nuances, but it's basically like a track game. There are only 4 options of kind of things that you
Sure.
can land on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the weird thing specifically about it, though, is you don't just get points by answering things or doing things correctly. You get points by your opponents voting on how well you did for that question or that trivia.
Yes.
Or, you
And
know,
awarding you points.
Yes,
for that.
awarding you points. So you could do something like really zany, like moonwalk across the room. And your opponents would vote 0, 10, 20, or 30 points to you, depending on how well they liked it.
It's similar to like the Olympics when they give you like the numbers. It's that same like system, similar system.
So that's
It's wild that the people you're playing against are the people that are deciding how many points you're winning. That's goofy.
I don't think we've seen any kind of mechanic like that in any other game.
Yeah, because the other board games we play are like kind of like
good,
not kind of good, like
kinda
not
good,
terrible and bad,
a little
but
competitive. But
let's not bury the lead on our reviews. Guys.
So that's kind of the basics of this game. Now, let me just let me show you a commercial about it real quick.
Yeah,
and then we'll talk more about like,
this is for the game
experience. Commercial for the game.
Cool.
Okay, hang on.
How do you explain to your babysitting clients why their kids now have green hair? It was a science experiment?
Welcome to the Babysitters Club game, where you and your friends can live the adventures of Christy, Stacy, and all your favorite babysitters.
What do you do when you're babysitting and the kid's cute older brother catches you pigging out? Die of embarrassment. Then we tap.
The Babysitters Club game is what babysitting's all about.
Nice kitty.
You can join the club and play the Babysitters Club game from Milton Bradley.
so those girls are having so much fun playing that game.
Yeah, that's actually a good commercial, and
They were having a blast.
I think it sells pretty good, similar to like Girl
Talk. It was pretty humorous.
So, yeah, that was a little funny commercial showing like little. They were talking about and they were only covering one of those cards, the what if card. Like, here's a scenario. How would you react in that scenario?
Are these scenarios pulled from the book somewhere? They got to be, right?
No, maybe.
I mean, they're probably pulled from the books and. Just the general vibe of being a teenager.
You're the kid you're taking care of did a zany ass
The
thing.
scenarios are a what would you do thing. So like I know one that I had was like you're babysitting twins and they won't tell you who's who. How do you tell them apart?
You can't tell who's who. Yeah.
So it's like, what would you do?
Yeah.
Just weird scenarios that any preteen, tween babysitters getting themselves in.
Let's read some just to kind of get the flavor because I think that's kind of fun.
Read it. And honestly, there was 4 different cards, and I think one of them was kind of a what would you do. One of them was like a book trivia. One of them was I'm going to give you some random points if you match this color.
And the other one was a dare.
And the other one was like a dare.
It's truth or dare esque because it's the what would you do is kind of a truth ish type deal. And there's dare, so there's some elements, I guess, of truth or dare or girl talk, I guess, in this game.
Yeah, there were some elements of girl talk for sure.
So the one Joe was talking about, I just drew it. It says, your new babysitting charges are identical twins. You can't tell them apart, and they aren't telling. What do you do?
What was Joe's answer? I don't even remember.
He said, go on.
Oh, I would do the classic. Okay, so there's this really funny show, guys, called The Office. I would do this classic thing that Michael Scott from The Office would do in this one episode where he couldn't tell these two ladies apart.
They're twins.
They're twin. Well, they weren't twins.
They weren't twins, which makes it even worse. They were
really?
They were just both Asian.
They were both Asian.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But you draw a marker on their arm, and that's how you tell them apart. Here's one that Marino did read the one on here, but I'm going to read a different one because it's funny. What do you do when your babysitting charges call the police and say that you're holding them as hostages?
Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh my god, dude, that's intense.
That would be so intense.
That's fun. And you know what's that's really funny, and we would come up with really funny answers to these. And I was like, "Oh, hilarious, Scott! That was so funny that you said that."
Yeah,
but then I have to give you the points. Yeah, very good game mechanic. Love that. So I have a card here in front of me. So here's another one, and I think I have one on here that I think Joe read. Or maybe Scott read, but I'm going to read another one. Your babysitting client asks you to walk a St. Bernard dog that's bigger than you. What do you do?
Like Beethoven?
Oh my god!
Like Beethoven, yeah.
Wow.
I think
what would you do, Marino?
I wouldn't know.
I'd walk the fucking dog because I was asked to do it.
Wow. What if he's bigger than you though?
And I'd get 10 points from one of you and 0 points from the other of you.
You know what? I don't know if I can walk a dog that's bigger than me. I just can't do it out of principle.
You just couldn't do it.
I would just be like, whoa, this dog's bigger than me. I would ride it.
I
wouldn't walk it.
You'd ride it? Whoa,
ride
30
it like
points for you.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
So
that's funny.
Yeah. That's funny. And that was that commercial that you just played was like they were that was the best part of the game. So that's what they put in that commercial
Yeah.
was like, here's what you do. You get to come up with funny little things.
Yeah.
And
I'm surprised they didn't do
zany.
any dares in there because like dares would make for great commercial content.
Yo, we actually got some silly dares.
Yeah.
I think my dare was like I had to sit Indian style and I had to get myself across the room only sitting Indian style.
Yeah.
Which is a bunch of bullshit in this room and I couldn't really do very well. But
It's hard to move around in this room. So,
It's
but
pretty silly.
Scott, you got moonwalking
I
across the room.
moonwalked across the room, which is cool. Yeah,
Read us one.
Okay, let's see. Here, I'll hand out a couple.
Okay.
Oh, this one's good. Here's one for kind of a dare. Teach the other players how to yodel.
Which
That's fun.
assumes that you know yourself how to yodel.
Doesn't matter. There was one that Marino did. It was like sing a duet with somebody, and we actually sang a banger.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
It was kind of silly.
Scott and I beautifully sang Hakuna Matata, to which I received 0 points.
Yeah, you know what? It was
0
beautiful,
points.
but it wasn't good enough.
He
though.
got 0 points from Joe, and even though I participated in the performance, I gave Marino 0 points.
Oh, you guys are really funny. It's so funny, dude. It's really funny.
Dude, it's funny when like you really try hard
Yeah.
and then like you give your opponent 0 points, dude.
I put
That's
like
just funny, dude.
That's pretty good. I like that one. What you got, Marino?
okay. I have 2 funny ones on this card actually.
go.
The one is with a blindfold on, which also I'm gonna say something about this card with a blindfold on. Guess who another player is just by feeling her face.
Ugh.
For one, that's kind of funny. I would know between you two,
Yeah.
but her face. So this game is just assuming, and obviously it is December.
wow.
It's
But this game-
December.
This game is just assuming that it's girls playing this game.
Sorry, what's your other funny one?
Explain why you would or would not kiss on the first date. Which I would love to have heard you
That's
guys'
fun.
explanations to that one.
Joe.
This is interesting because there's like what would you do things on here, but also dares. So I don't know what that was.
Yeah, they're just trying to get you to have a good time. Which,
Okay.
honestly,
I mean,
They're not bad.
I got like if you could be invisible, who would you spy on and why?
oh my
Ooh,
god,
that's
That's kind
good
of
one.
perverted,
little
kind of
bit.
fucked up. Oh, here's one. Marino, pretend that you're a balloon and okay, this was funny. Pretend that you're a balloon and someone just stuck a pin into you. Now, Marino got this.
Was it funny,
Now,
or was it?
Hey, go to
extremely
our
exciting?
Instagram. Go to our Instagram, listener.
Is that going to be up
There's
on
gonna be a
Is it gonna
video.
on the gram?
There's
I
gonna be a
don't
video
know.
of this.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know, Marino. Maybe you need to like take a reading class again or get your glasses fixed. But I could have sworn you read "Do Your Best Elephant Impression"
Yeah.
because you made elephant sounds and friggin' caused a ruckus in this room. You toppled everything over. You threw over the table. You threw Scott over on the ground and the microphone. And I'm not
I
even
was
exaggerating.
acting like a balloon with its air. I wasn't. I'm not the weight of a balloon, and I'm sorry for that. But I was acting like a balloon.
By pushing someone to the ground,
A balloon would probably hit you.
it wouldn't shove me to the ground and punch me in the face.
Now,
All right, maybe I'm a little
you-
mad. Maybe I'm a little mad, Scott, and I just wanted to take my aggravation out
of
on you.
course, I
Maybe
know.
he thought it was a hot air balloon that also had a boxing glove
Oh.
like spring loaded on it.
We sang Hakuna Matata beautifully, Scott. Answer me. Why didn't you give me points for that?
So have you guys played this game before?
Nope.
No, obviously fucking not. And I've never read the Babysitter's Club.
Joe.
No, I've never played this game before. I was aware kind of peripherally of the Babysitter's Club as a
Yes.
franchise. Didn't know if it was a book series or like I knew that it was a thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't really sure what it was. It just seemed like this friggin' like amorphous franchise. Maybe it's a book series. Maybe it's a TV show. Maybe it's diaries or some shit. But never played the board
I
game.
will say this. I knew it was a TV show, and I think I knew it was a book series, so I knew it existed. And I remember the theme song of the TV show. I only remember, but I only really knew
wow.
that Babysitter's Club, or whatever. But then I was asking my fiance. I was like, do you remember the Babysitter's Club? And she was like, she said. She was like, yeah, I watched that show. But then she couldn't remember anything about it. All she remembered was there was a girl named Claudia. But then she knew all the lyrics to the theme song.
That's wild.
And I was like, that's crazy that you know all the lyrics to this theme song, but you only remember that there was a girl named Claudia and they met at someone's house and whatever. She knew like 4 things about the show, but she couldn't remember a lot about it.
That's funny.
Probably a forgettable TV show.
Probably. Scott,
Yeah.
tell us your favorite things about Babysitter's Club.
I mean, I remember seeing the books. That's it. We've already talked about like the books and stuff.
But that,
Yeah.
So let's talk about how we liked it this time.
How we liked it this
I
time.
mean, like
Yeah.
we played. You know what? I'm going to start. This was the worst game we've played so far.
Are you giving
This is
your
100%.
points and review and stuff?
I'm not going to give it a points and
Okay.
review, but I just
Okay.
wanted to get that out there.
Yes.
I mean, did I have fun playing it? Yes. But it was in spite of the game. It was like we made it fun, for
Yes.
sure. But this was 100% the worst game we've played.
It's bad.
But it's not even bad because of the subject matter. Because
Right.
this could have been about my favorite book series. Like I said, I think we've all read Harry Potter. Let's say it was about Harry Potter. If it was the same fucking game, it would have been dog shit. It wasn't because I didn't know Babysitter's Club trivia. It was because even if I got that trivia question right, you guys could have been like 0 points.
The trivia, regardless of the accuracy of your answer, it's up to your opponents to vote whether or not to give you points. You could be way off base if your opponents could give you full points. Vice versa, you could be wrong completely.
Yeah.
Right, and they could fuck you over.
The thing that's crazy is this is a Milton Bradley game. This game was made in 1989, like the golden age of Milton
They're
Bradley
making
games.
tons of good games.
And it's such a dog shit game. It's so bad.
It's like what, and I think I brought this up. I think I brought this up on a few of these episodes where like there's like hey, I could fuck over my friend, but they expect kids not to. And like in Jumanji, like I won't fuck over my friend so the board game doesn't win. Who gives a fucking shit? You want to win. So why would anyone so like how could kids even play this game? Because kids are more spiteful than adults in a lot of ways.
You keep saying that. I don't think that's
This game
Dude, I don't
really relies and depends on the honor system or kids just not being fucks. And like I'm going in this game, I'm like, I'm giving zeros every fucking turn.
Yeah, you could literally not score any points for 3 of the 4 categories. The other category is this is another thing that's just so stupid. Okay, first of all, there's a track and there's literally only 4 spots. That's it. Like
4 different types.
Yeah, 4 different types of spots.
5.
Which nope, there's only
There's a wild.
Oh, you're right.
There's
There's
a
a
wild.
Yes, you're right. But it's just you could have anything else but a track. And you move along the track with 1 D6.
Okay.
And then the other D6 tells you what question to read. There's 3 options on each card. Just you could have any other creative mechanic to give you 5 options, but the fact that there's only 5 options is bad. And one of the 4 decks of cards is literally just if you draw your color, you score points.
Yeah, it's just random points card.
Dog
There's no
shit.
trivia. There's no anything to do. It's not exciting.
No.
It's disappointing to get that kind of thing.
I will say I think the dares themselves and the what would you do's I think have the making at least the backbone of a decent potentially like those are fun.
You're not wrong, but they need to figure out a different.
The point
who gives
system.
a shit? The point system is total
The
dog
point
shit,
system's
and
bad.
it's not even that bad if you're playing with a bunch of. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of like a 13-year-old girl, and I love Babysitter's Club, and oh my goodness, I have 3 friends who also love Babysitter's Club.
Yeah.
We're going to sit down and play this game. Maybe we'd have a good time. Maybe because we love each other. And it's like, oh my God. Oh, you would
Claudia.
totally, you would, oh my God, you would wipe your face on your dog's face, on your dog's butt in order for your crush to like, I don't know, like, oh, Andy's over there. What are you going to say to him? Like, I don't know. You're having a good time because you're around with your girls. And yes, we have similar chemistry as a bunch of teenage girls. We had a good time because we're bros, but like, I guess it's that similar shit. But we also want to have a fun game time. We're also guys who want to have a fun. And this is such a fucking dog shit game. It's so bad.
It just it makes you wonder like what's the point if the points are awarded by your opponents and the trivia it doesn't even matter if you get it right or wrong. What is the point of this game? Who the fuck cares?
There was that mechanic with the trivia. Like, if you feel certain that you got it right, you could say, fuck everyone, I'm doubling down.
And you can check.
And you get max points plus
yeah.
bonus points. So trivia is the only way where it's like, fuck you guys. But also, it's Babysitter's Club trivia, so that didn't really apply to us.
Yeah, it was like, well, I can't even, doesn't matter, but it was just like this character moved from this place to this place. Like, from
where did they move from?
Where they move from. But then there's an answer key in the box, printed on the box itself, but it's reversed, it's backwards. So you have to hold it up to a mirror to even be able to see what the answers are.
Yeah, or you could just, try to read it backwards.
But that gives me a headache, man. I'm doing that right now. I can't even do it. Crabs? No, a card, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, why does every single one have crabs on it? No, that says card.
So I think, like, I don't know. It's
not a good game, man.
This game was it was frustrating. It was frustrating that like I scooted on my ass across this room as much as I could, and I got. Well, Scott nicely gave me 10 points.
Yeah.
But Joe was like, I'm a fuck. Here's 0 points.
Here's 0 points.
Yeah.
Towards the end, though, I mean, maybe not towards the end, towards the middle, I was like, we all had our points sheets, our points clipboards visible. So I could see like kind of where we were. And I'm like, God damn, if I don't start awarding points, like this game's never going to end. So I just kind of started arbitrarily giving everyone like 20s and 30s.
Yeah. So I am going to like give my final review.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I will finish off my review by saying like the scenarios are fun. If this game was all like those babysitting scenarios, put yourself in a goofy scenario, what would you do? That's just fun because it got creative. Like every time a scenario, like the first 4 times Joe had a scenario, what did you say, Joe? It was like
I'd go to Ask Reddit.
Yeah.
He would put it on Ask Reddit.
Ask the geniuses on Ask Reddit. Yeah.
It was like you go home and like you go to the babysitter and or the kid you're babysitting for, and you find out that he's your age. What would you do?
That was a good one.
That was a good. Well, that had us laughing because we're 30. Yeah.
Yes. So like somebody calls up Joe, a 30-year-old man, and asks him to babysit their son.
That just sounds like a fun hangout time, man. Right?
Yeah.
Just vibing, gonna play some Halo.
Please, hey, can you watch Mark for a little bit? And Mark is just a dude in like a plaid shirt and a beard.
If Mark's got a PS5, I'm on board, man. I'm gonna hang out.
Like, hey, bro, I only have God of War. It's a 1-player game, but we can take turns. Like,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, fine.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll look up the strategy guide. We can. No. So that's fun. Like I enjoyed that a lot. So that's the redeeming factor here.
Sure.
Those fun scenarios. Put yourself in the mind of a babysitter. And honestly, after a few of those, I was like, okay, I'm starting to get the theme of this game.
Yeah.
Being a babysitter, you're like 12 years old. That's kind of fun. But everything else about it is so bad that I just have to get it. I have to give it a 0.5 out of 5.
Okay.
I don't even want to give it a whole point.
Yeah.
It's not worth that. It's worth a 0.5 point out of 7.
Damn.
0.5 point out of 7 makes it worse.
Wow.
Yeah, a 0.5 point out of 7. The 0.5 point is because the scenarios are fun, and I like playing silly games with the boys.
Yeah.
We love silly games with the boys.
Joe, what do you think? What's your review?
So going into it, I really had no idea what to expect. I'm like, this is the Babysitter's Club game. Could be fun. I don't know anything about the franchise. I kind of went into it with open eyes, open arms. I'm like, an open mind,
heart.
Open heart too. Yeah. Oh, just open everything, open holes. And
gross.
when we played it and we Scott read the rules, I'm like, this is horseshit. This sucks balls. The trivia is boring. They're not even interesting questions. I'm pissed off that your opponents award the points. I will echo Scott. The dares and the what would you do scenarios. That's fun.
Yeah.
You know what? This similar to what was the game we played? Girl Talk.
Girl Talk.
It has the making of a good drinking game. It's got like a good skeleton of it. Like it'd be fun to pull these cards and just like if you're bored hanging out with your boys and drinking, just pull them and ask.
What would you do babysitting?
Yeah, in this scenario, I think that's fun. But
we should have a drinking game.
I could not stop thinking about. It didn't even because I kept going at this game from the perspective of a 12-year-old girl. So when Joe pulled that card that said, "What would you do if you were babysitting someone your same age?" and I was just like, "Oh, that's crazy." I go and she's 12. Yeah, that's crazy. But then Scott was like, "You're 30," and I was like, "Oh yeah."
It does because we're 30-year-old men. It does make for some funny hijinks. So I got to give it that. But the game as a whole. It's a bad game. Do not play this game. I did not have fun. I mean, obviously I had fun playing with you guys, but I might go so far as to say this is the worst game we've ever played on the pod. This game is bad.
Sure.
I'd rather play Hi-Ho Cherry.
I'd rather play Hi-Ho Cherry or Don't Break the Ice. And again, it has nothing to do with the fact that it's the Babysitter's Club. It could be any franchise. It could be Harry Potter, Halo. It could be How I Met Your Mother. It could be like Dharma and Greg. But just the fact that the way the game is structured and the way the points are awarded is horseshit. It's a bad game.
Yeah, it's a bad game.
As far as points, I'm gonna give it. Didn't one of the in the Bible one of those guys cut the baby in half or whatever? I'm gonna and because it's Babysitter's Club.
He was gonna cut the baby in half, but the real mother stepped forward and said, "No, no, no. The other lady's a fucking monster." and was
Yeah.
okay with the baby getting cut in half.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it like one little toe out of a whole baby.
Oh,
One little toe out of a whole baby.
that's weird.
That's a very small percentage.
Okay.
So this game is bad. Total dog shit. I will say that, like, yeah, those scenarios were fun. Obviously, you guys both touched on that, and it gave it the feel of girl talk, especially because it was like, hey, these are girl scenarios. What your crush walks in, which is just always funny to read. I think it's super funny. So for that reason, it's not the worst game we've played. I think just because I had some fun and laughed.
Sure.
Hi-Ho Cheerio was the worst fucking game, and what the fuck did we play? Oh, Don't Break the Ice was so bad.
Oh.
And
I just said this game was worse than those, but
I know, and
Yeah,
I'm disagreeing with
disagreeing.
you. Disagreeing with you that this is better than those.
oh, really interesting.
I disagree. Those two games that probably were our worst two games. I think this is better than just because I think we can come up with little fun scenarios. But that being said, I'm probably going to give it a worse score than both of those because I don't remember my score for those. Shit, man. Like, yeah. Scott told us before we played this game, he was like, "Get ready. I think it's trivia."
Yeah. He did say that.
We're like, oh no. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. We're going to be really bad at this. The game's never going to end. We're not going to get points. But then I didn't think it was going to be worse than that.
Yeah.
Giving points to your opponents is the dumbest game mechanic to ever exist. It needs to go straight to hell. And that's where I'm going to send it. I'm going to
send it to hell?
I'm going to give it straight up. I'm giving it Lucifer. No, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 7 babysitting girls, right? There's 7 of them.
I think so.
I think
no,
there's
there's
7.
8. There's
I felt like there were 7 of them on the box.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, you're right. Actually,
Yeah.
7.
There's 7. Interesting.
And I'll say that one is Mallory.
That is Mallory?
1 Mallory out of the 7 girls.
Nice.
Would you be surprised to know that I was going to say there is no Mallory, but they don't even have their names on the box?
No, Mallory's the redhead girl with the
Oh, okay.
glasses.
Well, that's what we thought about the Babysitters Club.
I do just want to say.
Say
the
something,
Win
Scott.
Wiki.
The Win Wiki?
I won.
Scott, how could we
you gotta
forget?
Update the
You're
Win
the
Wiki.
babysitter
Thank you.
girl.
Scott's the best babysitter girl.
And before we end the review,
Yeah.
like last week I said, like maybe we'll say, does
sure,
this stay
sure.
on the shelf,
Does this stay-
or is this going to hit eBay?
I was literally going to say, hey, if you're interested in this game, there's an eBay listing up right now, guys.
Yeah.
Go check it out because this
For Joey
thing's so
Daddy.
shit.
If you want it, come get it.
Get it.
I'll
but
give it
yeah.
to you for $2.
Would you save it? No, I think I would echo Marino's sentiments. It would send it straight to hell. It's a bad game.
Yeah.
Would never hold on to it.
So not staying on the shelf.
Nope. But
That's what we think.
That's what we think. But let us know what you thought about the Babysitters Club board game if you've played it. Send us an email, DM, etc., etc. As I do every week, we post on social media and ask, "Hey, have you played this board game? Do you have any favorite memories? Do you have any favorite stories, etc., etc.? Any questions about this board game?" I posted a poll on Instagram, and would you believe it? Of the responders, not a single soul has played this game. Of people that
Wow.
responded on social media, I was quite baffled, surprised. We did get feedback though from wife of the pod, Kathy.
Oh, she did. Oh, okay.
She responded. She said she didn't read. She never played the game, but she did read the book. So
Yeah.
I guess it was probably a popular book amongst.
I did
folks.
ask her like what the books were about, and similarly to Danielle, like she just couldn't remember. These probably are like very low substance books.
They're just getting into hot. I mean, okay, I don't want to be little.
Yeah,
'cause
teenage hygiene,
kids
yeah.
books are kids books, but like they're just like getting into shit every fucking like. Uh-oh. Mallory's babysitting this boy, and he's got booger problems.
Oh no!
Like,
If you had the booger problem, dude, booger problems is the worst
Booger
problems
problems
to
are the worst.
have, dude. That's so bad.
You guys want to do some segments?
Hey,
let's do a segment.
Why don't we do some segments?
Hey.
Hell yeah.
So this week we played the Babysitters Club board game.
Yes.
Based off of the book series, The Babysitter's Club, which, as we had already mentioned prior in this episode, is a Scholastic book.
Scholastic.
You might find at the Scholastic Book Fair. And we've already kind of talked about our fun times and adventures at the Scholastic Book Fair. But there were other books at the Scholastic Book Fair that were not the Babysitter's Club or the other books that we mentioned.
What's happening?
So
You never been to the Scholastic Book Fair?
you never been there to the Scholastic.
You're talking about the Scholastic Book Fair.
We are talking about the Scholastic Book Fair.
okay.
But we're going to play a game called the Scholastic Book Fair Scholastic Bowl.
Scholastic.
right.
Scholastic Bowl.
Scholastic Bowl.
Skull Bowl.
Skull Bowl. So how this is going to work, it's a classic trivia game, in Don't Wake Daddy fashion.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to read the kind of plot summary or synopsis or just a description of a book series. You will have to ring in and let me know what that book series is. I'll keep track. I don't know. What works best? Like if you guys chime in, or because like previously we have had both guests give their answer.
Let's.
How do we want to do this?
I like chiming in.
I mean,
what do you want to do?
Well, I mean, it's Joe's game. Do you feel like buzzing in makes more sense? Because if we sit here and think about it, what do you think?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Let's buzz in. All I say is like a lot of Scholastic books are about children, youths, more than you would think are about youths and their adventures in school. So I had to be a little creative with these descriptions and add some extra content just to make it a little easier.
Gotcha.
For y'all. So I would ask, maybe just don't buzz in until I finish the entire description, just for the full context, just for the benefit of both players.
Okay.
But are you boys ready?
Oh, so I've never been more ready.
Marino, are you ready?
I'm pretty ready.
Okay. Question 1. This book series by Megan McDonald focused on the titular character's humorous adventures in 3rd grade. There was a 2011 film adaptation of the series featuring Heather Graham titled Blank and the Not Bummer Summer. Marino.
Oh, the Not Bummer Summer. I was gonna say Junie B. Jones, but it's freaking. I can't remember. I knew this though.
Scott, you have it is not, but
Bartholomew and the Not Bummer Summer.
it was not Bartholomew. What's up, Marino?
What's the first letter of the first name? I feel like I know this.
It is J.
That's why I'm thinking thought that.
Jeremy.
It's Judy Moody.
Judy
Judy Moody and the
Bummer
Not
Summer.
Bummer Summer.
Oh,
Currently, goose eggs across the board.
classic.
Here's
Judy
one.
Moody.
That sounds like a fucking Scholastic book.
Dude, doesn't it?
Currently goose eggs.
This book series focuses. You son of a
That was an
bitch.
accident.
And wait till I finish the sentence.
Please.
Not the sentence, the
Deduct
entire.
points.
I'm going to deduct
It was
points.
an accident.
-1 from Marino.
Oh, this is bullshit. It's Babysitter's Club board game all over again.
This book series focuses on the epic adventures of the titular character, whose alter ego is the grumpy Mr. Krupp. It inspired multiple spin-off series and also had a 2017 film adaptation. I can't say adaptation tonight, starring Kevin Hart, Thomas Middleditch, and Ed Helms as the titular character. Marino.
Captain Underpants.
That is correct.
What? Okay, you threw me for that. What was the alternate ego? I was gonna say Captain Underpants.
Mr. Krupp.
Mr. Krupp.
Mr. Krupp.
That was the principal's name.
Yeah.
Well, as I said before, I could never buy.
You didn't have
I could never
cable.
get Scholastic.
Scott didn't have cable.
And I could never buy the books.
Oh, sure. Did you ever read Captain Underpants?
Nope.
Oh, shit. Joe and I both were reading those. But did you watch the movie? I didn't
No,
watch the
I
movie.
didn't watch it.
I wanted to watch it.
I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah,
I think they made
let's
a
watch it
series too. Let's watch it. This book series by Jack Gantos follows the challenging life of the titular character who has a really cool first name and who also suffers from ADD.
Really cool first name. I'm thinking. I can't think of it.
Xanthopy.
Xanthopy's a really cool first name. Marino.
Xanthopy. I can't think of anything cooler,
Would you guys
dude.
believe it? It is Xanthopy.
It's a pretty cool name.
It's Joey Pigza.
Joey Pigza. Oh, first name is.
course it's-
Joe.
Joey. He swallowed a key, man. This book series by Mary Pope Osborne follows siblings Jack and Annie, as they travel through time or different worlds whenever they visit their enchanted makeshift abode.
Whoa, dude! This is really proving that I do not know anything about Scholastic's
Guy
book
had no
series.
cable.
I didn't have book cable.
Book cable.
Yeah, dude.
Is that what Scholastic Book Fairs is? Book cable?
Book cable, dude. I didn't have it. Dude.
Cable for books.
Marino.
Narnia.
Magic Treehouse.
Oh, Magic Treehouse.
Oh, there was like a billion of those too.
There were a bunch. Okay, so far it's Marino is 0 because he got it.
This
1
is
point.
dog
You
shit.
you guys are tied. This classic book series has sold more than 400 million copies in print worldwide and celebrated 25 years in 2017 and also had a feature film starring Jack Black. Though their name might be similar, the series author is not a relative of the actor, political, and economic commentator who also put his class to sleep in the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Marino. Should deduct
Now
points,
he
but I
threw
won't.
me off
Why?
because I can't remember. Jack Black. I can't remember. Shit, Scott, you threw me off with all your buzzes. Scott should have negative 2 points. He buzzed in twice.
Did you buzz in? No, you didn't.
I didn't buzz in. You didn't.
I think you're making this up, Marino. Wait, do you have a guess?
Dog shit. No, I don't have a guess.
You really don't have a guess?
I can't
Scott, do
remember
you have
it.
a guess?
It's got to be Goosebumps, right?
It absolutely is Goosebumps.
It's got to be Goosebumps.
Oh shit! Yeah, there was a Jack Black. Oh my god.
No, you handed that one to me. He handed that one to
See,
me.
I thought
everyone.
that their names might be similar. The series author is not a relative of the actor,
Yes, and I was
political,
like,
and economic
wait,
character.
who's Stein? And for some reason, R.L. Stein was just gone. He just wasn't in my
No,
brain.
he handed that one. Hey, he's giving me one.
This
He's
book
giving me
series had
one.
also had a television show centered around Jake, Rachel, Tobias, Cassie, and Marco and their adventures in
Hey!
fighting a dangerous enemy that threatened
Hey!
the safety of the planet.
Hey, no!
Scott?
The Hork Bazaar Chronicles. No, it is Animorphs.
Scott?
Hork Bajork. Hork Bajork.
Maybe Scott did have book cable, huh?
No, dude, you know what? Glenn had book cable. I
had
didn't.
book cable.
Like, literally, Glenn bought, like, all of those books, but I was never allowed to get books.
My older brother Thomas had all the Animorph books.
All the
Really?
Animorphs books.
Damn. I wanted to collect all the Goosebumps books, but
There's so many.
There's
dude.
so many.
There's so fucking many.
when I have expendable income, I might do that. As a
400
grown
million
man.
sold of
400
Animorphs.
million. Oh, no,
More
of
than-
Goosebumps.
Oh, Goosebumps, sorry.
This popular book series by Beverly Cleary was a spin-off of her earlier Henry Huggins series, and though it was named after this new boisterous character, this character did not become the central protagonist until roughly the third book of the series. Scott.
Man, I feel like I'm going to get this wrong, but I want to say the Hardy Boys?
That is incorrect.
Beverly Cleary.
Cleary.
I remember hearing that name. Wasn't that Junie B.
Yeah.
Jones?
It was not.
Okay.
It was Ramona.
Ramona.
Ramona. Okay, I don't know.
These are okay.
Fuck, I knew.
Because I did these. I'm like, these are too tough. So I was like, or too easy rather. I'm like, I made them a little bit tougher.
If you would
Oh,
have
I don't
asked
know
us when
any
we
of
were,
these.
if you would have asked me these when I was 12,
yeah.
I would remember. It's like too much time has passed.
This book series by Alvin Schwartz told a series of unnerving tales collected from popular folklore and had even more disturbing illustrations. A film adaptation of the same name tied to producer Guillermo del Toro was released in 2019. Scott,
Scary stories?
can you
And other scary tales.
you're close and I want to give you half a point, but I want to see
man.
if Marino can steal.
I remember these. I remember all those drawings. There was the girl with
Yeah,
the ribbon
dude.
and shit.
Oh my gosh,
It was
the spider one?
Terrifying to go bump in the night or some shit like that.
Ooh, I think that might be a sequel.
fuck.
Maybe. But it's
Terrifying tales.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh, shit!
to tell in
Yeah.
the dark. I feel like I'm gonna.
I'm gonna give you half a point, Scott.
3/4 of a point.
Dog
Come
shit.
on. No, dude, I
Currently-
remember those. There were 3 of those in the Cook Magnet library.
They were
And
terrifying, dude.
Whenever like the teachers were just tired of us and took us to the library, I would grab those, and I remember I remember being scared of them, but just mesmerized by
Yeah.
the illustrations.
Wasn't there one about a Wendigo or something? Or is that a different book series? I think there was a
That sounds familiar.
that one scared me.
There was one in particular, like I can envision the graphic picture of it. It was like a spider, like an egg, like egg of spider was like erupting on a girl's face. It was like a pimple. It's like the girl was scratching at a pimple
Yeah.
and kept getting
And it was
bigger and bigger.
spider eggs?
And it was spider and like spiders crawling all over her face.
Dude, like I think that series was scarier than Goosebumps.
Dude, really?
I mean, it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
How about this one? This popular book series by Gene Marzolo did not focus on the school adventures of any protagonist, but instead focused on a myriad of mundane and household objects.
I have no idea. I really have no idea.
Zero clue.
I Spy.
Oh, you
Focused with a camera.
This game is more dog shit than the board game we
hate
just
you for
played.
This book series was created when an employee of a brewery became involved in an argument over which was the fastest game bird of Europe, resulting in a reference book that supplied answers to this sort of question among many others.
Oh my gosh.
That was Marino.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. Guinness
sorry.
Book of World Records.
Is it Guinness Book of World Records?
It is Guinness Book of World Records. I'm going to give that to Scott because Scott looked like he'd do it. And
I'm off my game.
maybe these are just tough. These are tough.
No, Marino 100% knows more of these than I do.
This book by Barbara Park centers on the almost 6-year-old titular character and her adventures in kindergarten and first grade. This series came in at number 71 on the American Library Association list of top 100 banned or challenged books from 2000 to 2009 due to poor social values taught by the books and blank character not being considered a good role model due to her mouthiness, bad spelling, and grammar.
Oh my goodness.
Marino.
Junie B. Jones.
Would you be? It is Junie B. Jones.
Hell fucking yeah!
Marino's on the board now, finally. Because he was at 0 because he had a
We've
negative
all been
point.
peaking this episode. This is the loudest episode we've ever done.
We got a few more. I think I'll read the rest. In each book in this supernatural children's series by Marsha T. Jones and Debbie Daddy, I don't know.
Debbie Daddy.
Debbie Daddy, a group of youths encounter and become suspicious of a relatively innocuous character who may or may not be a mythical being. So in each book, a group of youths,
That sounded like Animorphs.
That does sound like
they
Animorphs.
encounter a seemingly innocuous person who may or may not be a mythical being.
You think you're giving it to us. Like, you really think you're...
I don't know.
The Adventures of the Bailey School Kids.
I never read those.
Vampires
Never heard of
don't jerk off in the sun. You know, those things. Centaurs don't do their taxes. Those books. You know,
I've never even
popular
heard of
book
that.
series. This book series by author and cartoonist Jeff Kinney follows Greg Heffy and his attempts to become popular in school. Many of the books have been adapted into feature films with subtitles like Roderick Rules, Dog Days, and The Long Haul. Marino.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
That is correct.
Oh, nice. Classic.
I saw Roderick Rules in
Did you really?
in theaters with my sister because
wow.
she was that age.
I
never read those books.
They were like a little bit after
They
us.
were after us.
But
Yeah.
they're still like Michael.
Right.
Brett, I assume, probably would have seen those too.
Probably, yeah.
I got two more. This children's novel by Christopher Paul Curtis was the first book to receive both the Newbery Medal for Excellence in American Children's Literature and the Coretta Scott King Award, which is given to outstanding African American authors. It tells the tale of the titular character as he travels from Flint, Michigan to Grand Rapids. It is referenced as a children's fiction source for learning about the Depression era and jazz, as well as social issues like violence and racism. Marino.
Bud Not Buddy?
It is Bud Not Buddy.
Wow. I've never even heard of that.
Oh my god, dude. You just said the one book I remember as a
Really?
kid. I remember Bud Not Buddy. That's such a fucking good book.
So, one more question. We're currently, Scott, 3.5 to Marino's 3.
I'm losing?
Yes. But whoever gets this one is the winner, is dubbed the winner of this Scholastic book fair.
Scholastic?
Bowl.
Scholastic?
Scholastic. This series of books gave cucks insight into privileged information, such as how to activate big head mode or how to get unlimited ammo. Marino.
Game Shark? What?
No. Scott.
Oh, shit. What were those fucking...
I'll read it again. This series of books gave cucks insight into privileged information, such as how to activate big head mode.
Cucks. You called yourself a cuck just now, buddy.
Ammo.
You know you had those books, and you know you read them.
Dang it, dude. Okay. It's like cheat code. It's freaking cheat code something or something like that. I don't know.
It's
I don't
the
know.
cheat code books.
Yeah.
It's Brady Game secret codes. I can't
Okay.
give it to either of you.
No.
Scott, you did win 3.5 to 3. Scott is dubbed the king of the Scholastic Bowl, Scholastic Book Fair, Scholastic Bowl.
I'm so happy that Bud Not Buddy somehow joined this.
Yeah.
That was what a weird, crazy. Did you read that book?
I did not read
What a
it, but
poll.
I did. I for this, I just like Googled like classic Scholastic Book Fair books, and I had to like go. I kind of aggregated these from a bunch of different like lists.
Yeah. Was it like a big book? I mean, I know it had like all those awards. You know how some books have
It had like the
little-
raised, like the
Yeah.
golden.
Like I knew it won awards, and I remember I think maybe at a Scholastic Book Fair they were like, "This is a big time book," or a teacher told us to read this book or something, and that's why I read it because it was like it won awards. But I never ever like. I don't remember ever talking about that book with anybody ever. So it's so weird that you just brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, I've never read it, but yeah, I mean, it got high praise, won awards, and we were talking about this during our break. But wouldn't it be interesting to do a Don't Wake Daddy book club podcast? Huh?
Oh, yeah,
Scholastic Book Fair,
maybe.
maybe.
Maybe we'll read some Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants,
Oh
maybe
my
some
God.
Animorphs, Hork Bajarks,
That would
right?
blow
The
my.
Hork
That would
Bajar
blow
Some
my-
Joey
Chronicles?
Pegzas? You know, hey, I might even read some I Spy. Can you imagine that?
Who knows?
But what a great episode! What a great segment to,
Yeah,
to
great
close
segment.
out
Thanks.
the app.
You know what? I have a
was
segment
really
here.
good.
I have another segment. I know this is an episode that's running a little long, but
Oh, you got a
wild.
segment?
I have
Okay.
a segment that's going to blow your dicks off.
I was gonna pull my dicks off. Okay,
Hold on to your dicks because they're about to get blown off.
I'm holding on hard.
Joe, that's your ankle.
Oh,
It's
I get them
Wait.
confused sometimes because they're similar thicknesses,
okay.
circumferences.
So back in episode 1, Scott told us that Adam Sandler was going to be in a movie about
Was he really?
Candyland.
Okay.
So if they were going to make a movie about the Babysitters Club starring Adam Sandler, what would that be about? Or the Babysitters Club, the game?
The Babysitter Club's the game. So mine would be it would be I forget what the circumstances were, like his girlfriend's brothers, or maybe I don't remember. Adam Sandler becomes like the guardian of one of the Sprouse twins.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
Wait,
good.
he becomes the guardian of one of the Sprouse twins?
Yeah,
What's
basically.
what's their name going to be?
Oh fuck! What was their name? I can't. Their name's gonna be.
Well, who cares what their name is? What they like to call themselves?
Oh fuck!
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I think mine would be it'd be kind of like Paranormal Activity. But similar to Paranormal Activity, but Adam Sandler was babysitting some kids who are also played by Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
In this one.
Of course.
But then there's like an invisible ghost who comes. Adam Sandler tries to get these kids to do a Ouija board, and then they actually summon an actual Adam Sandler.
Okay, but one of the kids
okay.
has to call it a Luigi board, right?
Yes, they call it a Luigi,
board.
And then hijinks and shenanigans. Like
That's pretty
Adam
good,
Sandler.
dude.
What's Adam Sandler's reaction to hearing, like, he's like, hey, kids, we're going to play with the Ouija board. And then they're like, you mean the Luigi board? He's like, what are you talking about? Shut
Okay, come on, Donkey Kong.
up. Yeah, he would say, okay, come on, Donkey Kong. That's funny.
That's good.
Marino, what
Marino,
you got?
you got one?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was this week's episode of Don't Wake Daddy. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to email us at don'twakedaddypod@gmail.com and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Don't Wake Dad Pod. We also have a YouTube channel where you can find full episodes of our podcast. We also have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/don'twakedadpod as well. If you like what you heard, please subscribe, rate, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. If you leave us a 5-star review, hey, we'll read that on the pod. We'll read that on the pod.
do it.
We'll do it. I'm
in
not
unison.
afraid.
Do it.
In unison.
In unison.
Yes.
In harmony.
In
Three-part
Three-part
unison.
harmony.
three-part harmony.
We'll read it. If you leave
We'll
us
sing it.
We'll sing
fucking
it.
sing your review.
We will orchestrate and sing an entire 3-part melody to your 5-star review.
At this point, why the fuck
I
not?
promise.
Say we won't. Say we won't.
Yeah.
Call our bluff.
We're going to fucking do it. We're not afraid. I'm gonna
Joe stood up.
let's do it.
Chill out. dude.
I'm ready. I'm wild. I'm hard. Let's go. But I'm Joe Rodriguez.
I'm Scott Eichenberry.
And I'm Marino Alajakis.
Bye.
Bye.